Alright, good morning, y'all. It's a Friday, which means it's an upper body day for me. Today, I'm going to be taking y'all through a full day of eating and training, 6 weeks out for my next bodybuilding show. So we just weighed in at a new low this morning, 168.2 pounds. So we're going to show you what I'm eating right now to try and get shredded. What I like to do is, typically on a weekday, I'll go to my 8 a.m. class, and then I'll come back, make sure I'm fully hydrated, do a little homework, go do my fasted cardio, and then come back and eat. And so I'm kind of pushing my eating window back to make my diet a little bit easier for me. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to hydrate up, go do my fasted cardio, take a shower, and then I'll see y'all back here for meal one. Alright, so we just finished up our fasted cardio. I'm going to take a quick shower, and then I'll see y'all in the kitchen for our pre-workout meal. Alright, we're out of the shower, which means it's time for meal one, which is our pre-workout meal. Meal one is going to be 60 grams cream of rice, 100 grams of blueberries, 21 grams of honey, 20 grams of almond butter, and 60 grams of whey isolate. Alright, we've got our cream of rice, my absolute favorite meal. If you got a good protein powder, it's actually delicious. And then we've got our blueberries. And every time I make a full day of eating, you guys always ask me for the total calories and macros. So I'll do that for everything that I eat today. This meal has a total of 58 grams of protein, 85 grams of carbs, 11 grams of fat, and then a total calorie count of 671. Alright, so we made it to the gym. We're training upper today. I'm going to try and record as many exercises as I can, but I'm not a big fan of recording in public, and I want to be respectful of other people's spaces. But we will get at least a couple exercises recorded for y'all, because I know y'all been wanting to see some training. Today, we are doing machine shoulder press, incline machine press, flat machine press, single arm lat pull down, seated upper back cable row, cuffed cable lateral, and rear delt flies. I got my pre-mixed up in this little Gatorade bottle, so I'm going to finish this, and we're going to go inside. Pre-workout is 1 scoop of Legion stem-free pre-workout and 1 scoop of their caffeinated pre-workout. I also use Legion for my protein that I had in the previous meal. If you guys want 20% off, you can use code nutsy at checkout, and it'll save you some money. Alright, so as I said, our first exercise of today is machine shoulder press. It's actually my second working set, so ready to go. Alright, so we actually managed to match the same amount of reps that we did last week, the same weight. At this point in prep, I'm kind of thankful for any set that we can either slightly progress or still maintain, so I'm happy with that. Alright, I didn't actually get it recorded, but on our third set of, why is it not focusing? On our third set of shoulder press, we actually beat the logbook from last week, so super stoked about that. Exercise number 2 is this incline machine press. It's a little weird. I don't think I really fit in the machine that well, but we'll make it work. Alright, so this is exercise number 2. We're about to get into our first working set. If you're curious about how much volume I'm doing, for every exercise I'm either doing 2 or 3 sets. So this session has I think 7 exercises, 2 or 3 sets each. And of course it's, multiple different muscle groups my entire upper day. So it's not like I'm just hammering one muscle with 20 plus sets in one session. That would be counterproductive, especially this deep into prep. But got our first working set, this machine incline press. I'm just hoping for the best. Okay. My training's not where it was peak off season, but the effort is still there. It's extremely hard to push when you're getting stage lean, but you gotta have a good outlook on it. Alright, it's time for set number 2. I feel like kind of a goober, just with my camera set up and talking to myself. I've never really recorded a training video like this before, but luckily it's not that packed right now. So I think we'll record a lot more exercises than I expected to. The audio's a bit bad. I apologize, I don't have a microphone. I should probably get a microphone, but I'm just too lazy. Same way to the last working set, just gonna do our best,
definitely not the strongest I've ever been, but we're stronger than we were at the start of prep, so at least we haven't lost muscle yet. All right, it's time for set number 3. After this, we've got a single arm lat pull down, and then we've got that upper back cable row. We got one more chest exercise, a rear delt fly. I think that's it. Hold on, let me check. And a cuffed cable lateral raise. The way that my training's set up right now is on Mondays, we're doing our first lateral raise variant, which is just dumbbell. And then on Friday, we're doing our second variant. So we're hitting side delts with twice per week frequency. Pretty much all of my muscle groups are hit twice per week. Some of them are 3 times per week, like my arms and like my back and stuff. And that seemed to bring a lot of improvements. My volume is nothing crazy, but just upping that frequency and giving those lagging muscle groups a little bit more attention brought me up significantly in the off season. So from peak off season to now, we've just kept the same exact structure to our training. Nothing much has changed. That's time for set number 3.
So next up, we've got this single arm lat pull down. Definitely one of my favorite exercises for training back. Let's hit this first workout set.
Alright, so we just hit rear delt flies and upper back machine cable row, or upper back cable row. Now all we have left is this flat press, which is our last chest exercise of the day. And then our final exercise after that is going to be those cable lateral raises. So that was my first top set. It was 2 plates at 10 on each side. And then for my top set last week, I only hit 5 reps. You hit 6. So this deep into prep, like any sort of progression, I'm stoked about. Alright, we're on set number 2. Pump cover has come off. Feeling really flat. But I bet you I'll look back on these clips from like 6 weeks out. You know, when I'm back in the off season, I was like, oh my god, I was so lean then, like I miss being that lean. Like right now, I'll look in the mirror, I don't think I'm like flat, watery. So, that's one reason why having a coach is so important if you're gonna prep. It's because it's so difficult, especially the deeper you get in prep, to be objective with your physique and how you're looking. Like you can know how to train and diet, you can really trip yourself up, you know, those last 6 to 8 weeks of prep if you're not, you know, good at being objective with yourself. So that's one reason why I hired a coach, and it was a great decision. I really recommend it if you're thinking about it. So let's hit working set number 2. set of chest, and then it's just those 3 sets of cable lateral raises after this. So let's get this set.
Alright, so we finished training upper. That's what we're looking like. Definitely a little flat, but it's to be expected. Alright, we're back in the car. I try to shoot as many sets as possible. I don't know how the audio quality is going to turn out. I don't know how many clips had messed up lighting. I'll try and put as many training videos or training clips into the final version of this video, but I'll have to see what everything looks like when I import all the videos to my computer. But if you guys want to see more training, I'm definitely open to it. My gym is super cool about filming and stuff like that. They're very accommodating. My gym is great. I love it. But now I'm starving, but I have to go to Aldi, get groceries. But then after that, I'll meet y'all again in the kitchen for our post-workout meal number 2. Super stoked about that. All right, so we're back from the gym. We've got our beef, rice, lettuce concoction, and then we've also got 115 grams of pineapple. Total calories and macros: 54 grams of protein, 79 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fat, and a total calorie count at 684. All right, so I just got an email from my apartment complex that my package has arrived. I didn't know this was going to happen today, but I'm pretty sure it's my recent restock of Legion supplements, so I thought I might as well go grab it and show y'all what I got. After we open up our package, we're going to go into meal 3, which is going to be some steak and potatoes, because Aldi was out of ground beef, so we got to go with top round. Alright, so our package ended up being in 2 boxes, because it was so much. One of the boxes was like a 12-pack of energy drinks that I'm super excited to try. 3 bags of protein were in the other box. One of them, Dutch chocolate, favorite protein powder of all time. The other 2, I'm really excited to try. One of them is pumpkin pie, and the other one is s'mores. Now, we can't try any of these flavors tonight, unfortunately, because we're on prep, but I'm definitely going to try out either pumpkin pie or s'mores in my pre-workout meal tomorrow. So here's the full haul. We got the pumpkin pie protein, the s'mores protein, and then classic Dutch chocolate, as well as the fruit punch energy drinks. So I'm super stoked to try these out. So I just finished cooking up meal 3. Typically, it would be ground beef, but we had to do top round today because Aldi was out of ground beef. So I'll go show y'all the meal. All right, it's kind of ugly, but it'll taste good. We've got 170 grams of beef top round, 100 grams of lettuce, and 200 grams raw weight of potatoes. And we got this, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but like this kiwi is enormous, dude. I bought a box of kiwis at Aldi and they're like enormous. I don't understand. They're gigantic. Full calories and macros for this meal is 53 grams of protein, 54 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fat, and 577 total calories. So I'm gonna go demolish this meal, and then I'll see y'all back in the kitchen for meal 4, which is our final meal. All right, so it's time for meal 4, which is definitely our smallest meal today, but still gonna be good. I'll show y'all what it is, tell y'all the macros, and then I'll tell y'all the total calories and macros for the entire day. All right, so the first part of this meal is 1 cup of 000 yogurt, and then 200 grams of strawberries. And then the second part of this meal is 2 whole eggs, 100 grams of egg whites, and 100 grams of spinach. So this meal is 42 grams of protein, 31 grams of carbs, 11 grams of fat, and a total calorie count at 387. So that brings our calories and macros for the entire day to 206 grams of protein, 249 grams of carbs, 55 grams of fat, and a total calorie count of 2,318. So we're 6 weeks out. Food's not that low, definitely not that high. It's definitely manageable. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I hope you learned something, maybe how you can structure your meals. Don't copy this exactly because everyone's caloric needs are different, but I just wanted to show y'all what I'm eating and how I'm training 6 weeks out for my second ever bodybuilding show.